everyone. I'm going to make the video for the work for Thursday, April 23rd, Friday, April 24th, and in case y'all want to start working on it over the weekend before you get to Monday, for Monday, April 27th. So let's go ahead and start with Thursday's work. Okay, for the morning writing, you will be doing a worksheet like this. And you have words, descriptive words, words that describe, usually a noun, big, little, happy, sad, funny, fuzzy, smart. Now, you need to read these sentences, number 1, 2, and 3, and figure out which one of these words up here would fit in the sentence to make it make sense. So say some of the words in the sentence, say the blank, you can put whatever word you want there, dog is jumping. Now, which word would work? You could do a big dog, you could do a little dog, you could do a fuzzy dog, maybe even a happy dog, because a happy dog would be jumping too. So you decide. So you make these sentences make sense. For math, we are going to talk about calendars. Now, calendars is really a chart that gives us information. It gives us information of the month. The month is usually at the top. The days of the week are across the top: Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. What day the month starts on. How many days are even in the month is all what, but this one is about weather, and it tells us what the weather was like on each day in the month of April. So you just have to answer these questions at the bottom. How many days were partly sunny? Well, you find this little picture down here, you find it up here, and you count how many. Let's see. Oh, sorry, my phone fell. See, there's one, there's one. So just go through and count them. And this last one, how many days in the month? Remember, we've talked about this before. To figure out how many days are in the month, you look at the very last one, see what the number is, and it tells you there's 30 days, because the last day is 30. It starts with 1, ends with 30, so that means there's 30 days in April. On Thursday for math also, it is time to do a section of your Success Maker. Just make sure you click on math. For language, review your sight words, do readers, and then we're going to practice some of our beginning blends. We have the BL, CL, and SL, bull, cool, soul. So each of these words down here begins with one of those. Make sure you guys can see this. The pictures are clock, blimp, slipper, clown, sled, sleep, clam, blender, blocks, cloud, blueberries, and slide. Cut those out, put them in the right one. Practice hearing those two consonant blending sounds at the beginning. And then for science, social studies, art, you are going to, if weather permits, you're going to go on a walk and find a rock, because we've been talking about rocks. And you have this little book called My Pet Rock Journal. You can color the front cover. This just shows examples of igneous rocks, metamorphic, and sedimentary rocks. Kind of shows examples of rocks, and you can color those if you'd like. This next page talks about a rock cycle. How when we have magma, which is underneath the Earth's surface, when it gets hot and it comes up usually through a volcano, after it cools, it forms igneous rocks. And then those igneous rocks, they break down over time with weather, shifting, earth moving, they break down. But when all those little pieces break down and they form together, that's how we get our sedimentary rocks. And then sedimentary rocks slowly go deeper and deeper and deeper into the earth. And it's called metamorphosis. And that's how we get our metamorphic rocks. And it starts all over again. They get pushed down deeper in the earth. They get hot, erupt, come out, and it just keeps going. It's just another one of those cycles we've learned. So we're learning about life cycles. We're learning about the rock, the weather cycle. Most things have a cycle. So find a rock. Go on a walk. See if you have one in your backyard somewhere. Hopefully you can find a rock somewhere. Name your rock. Draw your rock. I want you to put what type of rock you think you have. Look at this chart right here. See which one closely resembles the rock you have and what kind of rock you have. And then let me know where you found the rock. Okay? That's my pet rock report. All right, now we're going to move on to Friday's stuff. On Friday, you will write in your journal. You'll put the date at the top. Oh, sorry, it keeps sliding. You'll put the date at the top. And today's topic is going to be on a picnic I would take. And then I want you to finish the sentence. What would you take on a picnic? What would be the most important things that you would want to have on a picnic? And it doesn't always have to just be food. So remember, start that sentence with an uppercase, do your finger spacing, and make sure you end your sentence with what? That's right, punctuation. Okay, so you are going to do a sheet on 2D and 3D shapes. But you know what? It's been a while. Let's review them. So I have some of my 2D and 3D shapes. So first we'll talk about some of the 2D shapes. This is a circle. Very good. This one is a oval. We have a square, rectangle, triangle, rhombus, otherwise also known as a diamond. You have your heart shape. You have a star. Remember, a pentagon. And a pentagon is the one that looks like a house and has 5 sides. Then you have your hexagon. Your hexagon has 6 sides. And remember, the sides, they come to a point to help you remember that's a hexagon. And then you have your octagon. Your octagon has 8 sides. And it looks like a stop sign. And remember, your octagon has the flat sides. Also, on there, you're going to talk about some 3D shapes, and I have those right here. What would this one be? 3D. It's not just flat, it's all got sides. This is a cube. Round one. It's not a circle, it's a sphere. And this one, either this way, this way, this way. Looks like a party hat, but it's a cone. What would this one be? See, all sides, top, bottom, cylinder. And looks like a triangle on the front, but oh, look at all those different sides it has. This one is a pyramid. So that should help you when you're doing your worksheet on 2D and 3D shapes. You cut them out of the bottom and you put them in the right place. Is it a 2D shape? Or is it a 3D shape? Also on math that day, actually, that's all you do on math. Language, review your sight words, of course. You'll do Success Maker, and you'll do the language part of it this time. So do your language lesson. And then we are going to work on CVCE words. You have consonant, vowel, consonant, and that tricky silent E. Remember, when there's 2 vowels, and you have that E at the end, it's silent, and the first vowel says its name. So these all will end AKE. These will end OSE, ICE, or IME. So you'll just put a different letter in front of it. And you have rake, cake, and lake. Hose, rose, and nose. Mice, rice, and dice. Dime, lime, and time. So I just want you to write the new word under each one, and if you would like, you can color the pictures. All right, so for science, social studies, or art that day, I put a YouTube video on there by SciShow Kids. It's about a caterpillar becoming a butterfly. And then I put everything, I think I remembered everything you should need to make this lovely thing, the life cycle of a butterfly. So you have a butterfly, and you can color it. And then you'll have a leaf, and you have these little pieces of tissue you can glue on there, and a cotton ball to glue on there to make it look like the egg. And from the egg, we get a caterpillar. So cut out your 3 circles, glue them on there, make some little antennas, a mouth, an eye, some little feet. And then this caterpillar makes a chrysalis. We painted ours here, but if you don't have paints, you can color it brown. You can color it however you want to make it that way. So then it's this, and then it's in here, and then what pops out of there? A beautiful, beautiful butterfly, and it starts all over again. And this is the life cycle. It's just a circle of the butterfly. So you can go ahead and make that. Now, for Monday, April 27th, you'll do, it's free draw day. So I want you to write the date at the top. I want you to draw a picture, and then I want you to write a complete sentence about your picture. So remember, uppercase at the beginning, finger spacing between words, and what at the end? You got it, punctuation. So math. We're going to do a little sheet with a penny and a nickel. Remember, penny worth 1 cent. Nickel worth 5 cents. Now, knowing to count by how to count by fives, this is where that's going to come in very handy. Because when we have coins, pennies, and nickels, and we want to count and see how much we have, if I have 1 nickel, I have 5 cents. But if I have 2 nickels, I got to see how much money I have. Because I have more money. You're going to count by fives. 5, 10. So I have 10 cents. But when you're doing pennies, and you have 2 pennies, that's not 10 cents because they're only each worth 1. So that's 1, 2, 2 cents. So when we're counting them separate, it's pretty easy. Now, what gets a little bit complicated is counting them together. If I have a nickel, that's 5, and a penny, well, that's not another 5 because that's worth 1. So you take 5, this is worth 5, and you add in 1. 5, 6. So right here is 6 cents. And we continue on. We can put 2 nickels and 2 pennies. So first you're going to count your nickels and count by fives. 5, 10. Now we're going to start counting by ones. After 10, what is the next number? 11, 12. So this right here is 12 cents. And you need to know all that while you are doing this sheet. Now we have not counted money like this before, so if you need help from your parents, ask them. This is really a learning thing. It's more getting ready for a concept that you're going to learn a lot of in first grade. So you will add up how much you have in each row, and then it asks you a question over here. Can you buy the kite? So you have to see how much you have. You look up here, how much is the kite? 8 cents. If you have at least 8 cents, then you circle yes. If you don't have 8 cents, you circle no, I can't buy the kite. I don't have enough money. So that'll be a kind of a fun little sheet for you and your parents to do together. For language, I am sending this reading choice board. And I want you to keep it for the remainder of the school year. And whenever I say do this, you pick one square on here. So maybe you pick read a book with your family. Well, sit down 5-10 minutes, read a book with your family, put an X over it when you've done that one. So then next time you have to pick a different square whenever I have it in your lesson plans. And maybe the next time it says read a rhyming book. Dr. Seuss books are good rhyming books. So you will pick, sorry, it fell again. You will pick a rhyming book and read it, and then you can mark that one off, okay? So you will keep this for the remaining of the school year. And if you want to do 1 or 2 and do more, because I'm going to put it in there 1 or 2 times a week. If you want to do more than that, you can do that. Also, it's sight word test day, so you'll have to read your sight words, and your parent or whoever is testing you will write down whether you knew them or not, send it back to me, and I'll put it in my grade book. You guys have been doing amazing on your sight words. The last thing is, in there is just this little, it says reading comprehension, but it's a little trivia over butterflies. So your parent can ask the question and you guys can go over it together, and I sent the answers, so they'll have the answers, but you can see if there's anything you didn't know about butterflies and caterpillars and the life cycle yet. And so then you can learn a little bit more, and then you can figure out what you already knew. So you can do that, and then as soon as you finish that, there is also a Scholastic Reader. And it's our Let's Find Out, and it says a caterpillar grows up. So you guys can read this together. Read about the caterpillar, And then on the back, they usually have a little activity for you to do, so you can do that. So it's just a little bit of extra to do something to do with the life cycle. So that should take you through for the rest of this week's study. I hope everything is going amazing. If send me a message if you need to have a new reader put in there. We're having our play dates on Thursdays at 1:15. If there's any questions on any papers you're not sure about how to do, to the tutoring Zoom is set up at 1:15 on Fridays. So just let me know, and I hope everyone has a blessed weekend, a blessed week, and I hope I get to see you guys really soon. See you later. Bye.